So it's 9 o'clock. I haven't done any recording yet. 9 o'clock at night. I haven't done any recording today. I forgot my camera at work. I woke up too late to get any filming done in the morning, and then I forgot to bring my camera when I went to work. So now the question is, how do I make a vlog in 1 hour? That's a good question. I'm still really white there. So what am I gonna do other than be super white with this stupid light on me? It's not gonna get any better though. I wish I could control the white balance a little bit better manually. Maybe I can. Tell me in the comments, how do you adjust like the white balance on a Lumix G7 manually? Because I don't know how to do that. Really, I just let it do auto. Maybe I'll fix it in post. These are all edited, right? So what am I gonna do? Question again, what am I gonna do? I only have an hour, so what am I gonna do? You know what? I threw around a couple ideas, like talking about stories from work. I thought about just like making a gameplay video, like play some Titanfall 2 like I've been wanting to, which I might still do actually. Why am I doing this? I could just play Titanfall 2. But that's not a vlog. So what I've decided on, instead of stories from work, I'm just going to explain some of my tweets, because I do a lot of tweets, and it's like, this was an idea I had like months ago, maybe like a year ago, a long time ago, and I was like, I really need to explain some of these tweets a little bit better. Every time I look at the viewfinder, I'm like, I am so white. I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. Oh really? It's a picture of a monitor. This is at work. This is like at work while I'm at work doing work. There are unused icons on your desktop. It has literally no icons on the entire. I don't really use Twitter a whole lot. It has a link to. I mean, I guess that's actually a better video.
Hey, what is up, guys? Jerry here, aka Barnacles, and today we're going to be talking about.
My upload links to Barnacles. I just now noticed that. Does that link to Barnacles too?
Hey, what is up, guys?
Did I retweet that, or like? Oh yeah, that was okay. I see. So I tweeted that out with his Barnacles video. I thought that this one, which was update your Windows PCs as soon as you can, and then a link to my video. One of my vlogs. You guys I thought that linked to Barnacles. I don't know why I thought that. Moving on, that video, I just got a lot of footage that day. This at 4K on this camera, I can only record for about an hour and 20 minutes. So like none of my vlogs have ever, like raw footage, gone over an hour and 20 minutes. My God, I do not post on Twitter very much. That was a good dad joke. I thought my dad said. That was my dad. I wanted to like wait a little while so that I would build up some messages between me and dad, so that it would actually show that it was from dad without actually showing the rest of our conversation. And I didn't want to wait that long, so that message was actually from my dad. Okay, so Vegas Pro 14 is actually a pretty good application. From as far as I've been using it, I don't know why it didn't want to render this. I had to like completely exit out of the application, restart my computer, and then it worked. And I was like, I don't really care, because always save your work. Always save your work. Make lots of saves. Whenever you're doing any kind of editing, make sure you save your progress, because if you lose it, you're gonna be pissed. And I've definitely lost all my progress before. Definitely. This Delta, oh my God, this Delta I case, I actually saw one of them on display. I'll give them about that much credit. They changed the color of like the front panel. They had like a blue one on display, when like the Fantex ones are. Yeah, I'll get a picture of it. I don't think I posted pictures of it. It even comes in white, so they do have different colored fronts, and I'm pretty sure that the LED down there is RGB. Raid Max Delta I. Look at that thing. It's exactly the only difference between them is the feet on the Raid Max are circles, and the Fantex, they're like squares that actually fit into the body and actually look better. This one is like $80. This Raid Max one is like $60. They're only like undercutting by like $20. What's the point? And then it comes in like blue front also, and like red orange front. That was serious. That was complete. I was like watching a video that was made like months before, like a really old video, and they referenced the Hindenburg, and so I was like, oh man, Hindenburg, that's been a long time since I looked up the Hindenburg. Let me look up the Hindenburg for no apparent for literally no other reason than YOLO. And it was I opened like the first article, and I was like, oh, the 80th anniversary of the Hindenburg. It must have just happened a little at some point in the past. Maybe I'll be able to get the 81st anniversary. Maybe that's coming up soon. Oh, this article was made today. Today is the 80th anniversary of the Hindenburg. It seems like something I should have known. I remember like reading about the Hindenburg, and it seemed interesting because I liked blimps at the time. Oh my god. Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge. Awesome game. That had so many blimps. That was a great game. I want to play that game like on like record it and upload it at some point. I want to play a lot of really, really old games that are on like the Xbox and the PS2 and just upload them as like gameplays. Oh man, this boot. I didn't have enough characters to tell you at the time. This boot has been here for weeks. It's still there. I saw it as I was passing by earlier today, and I was like, I don't have my camera. It was still there in the rain. So donate now. Your donation of $1 a day can help save Tim's from a life of being on the streets, on the sidewalks, on the parking lots, or whatever this is. The EVGA cards. EVGA, good company. My card right in my computer right over here has an EVGA GTX 980. Great card, haven't had any problems with it. The 10 series cards, I'm pointing at my monitor right now in case you didn't know. These 10 series cards, I personally have seen two of them burn out at Fry's as a technician. There was a 1070 that like the guy came to us and he was like, man, my computer, it just stopped working. I left the room for like 2 minutes and then I came back and my computer was off and it wouldn't turn back on. And so they bring it to us and we start looking at it, and I'm like, oh, the EVGA card, I didn't say this to the customer, but I said this to one of the other associates. I was like, oh, these EVGA cards, they had a tendency to like smoke out. They like just caught fire basically, and a bunch of smoke would come out. And I was like, yeah, it would come out like on the back panel. Of course, it was like dusty. So I was like, yeah, the smoke would like just come out like right about here on the card. And I like made a line in the dust on the card. And I was like, yeah, there would be like a flash, and then a bunch of magic smoke would come out. And then like 5 minutes later, we plug it in. We're like, okay, yeah, we'll do a quick diagnostic on it. We plug it in, turn it on. As soon as we turn it on, spark, magic smoke, exactly like there's the line. There's like the line I drew, and smoke coming out right next to the line, like right on the line. And I was like, I called it. That's exactly what I said would happen. It literally smoked out right in front of us. And I was like, yep, I called it. There you go. And then this 1080 comes in. This one didn't actually like smoke out on our counter, but you could like, we tried to turn it on. I need to stop hitting that. We'd like tried to turn it on. It wouldn't turn on. So then I like pulled it out, and I was like, I know I'm making a good sniff sound right now because I'm still super congested. But it's like, does this smell like magic smoke to you? That's a dead card. Yeah, it's another dead 1080. The first one was a 1070 ACX like 3.0, and then here's a 1080 for the win. both of them died. So, and they were both, we looked up the serial numbers on them in EVGA's recall list. They were both post-fix. They both had the updated BIOS. They both had the thermal pads on the back. They both were post-fix. Both of them smoked out. I haven't heard anything about the ICX cards like blowing up or catching fire or anything, but personally, I would not get an ACX 3.0 from EVGA. I wouldn't do it. Post-fix, pre-fix, I wouldn't do it. Hey, there's the camera that you're watching this on right now. Oh my god. That game, like, what the heck is going on with that? Also, yes, I do watch PewDiePie. Shut up. But look at the view count. 666,666. That, I gotta say, that is 100% photoshopped. I cheated. Thought it would be funny. It was 666,000 views, and then it was like 647 views or something. I was like, God, I wish I was like 12 viewers closer. I really wish I was like, I watched this at like 12 viewers different. Wait a minute. I bought a car and a camera. Did I post about the camera? Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, that one. Okay, I know what I did there. I didn't actually get the car before. I got the car after. I put like the down. I put like a reservation down. I pre-ordered my car because I ordered it online. So they like. I went in and I was like, this is the car that I want. When can I get it? And they were like, actually, this car is on a shipment in like Tacoma or something. We can get it in like a couple weeks or something. And so I got that car. It has, oh, this is another thing. When I got it, it had 24 miles on it. That's not the current miles on it. That's just the number of miles it had on it at one point. Yeah, the Lumix G7, it seriously just bounces around in price. If you're gonna buy this camera, totally recommend it. Great camera. I love it. I wish I knew how to change the white balance on it. But it changes price super quick. So what's it at right now actually? Okay, $600. It's not terrible. That's not awful. Wait for it to drop another $100. What's this one? The black one? It's at the same one. Same price. But it ships in what? Usually ships in 1 to 2 months. Screw that. Oh, if the Lumix G7 really does like ever just stay at $800 for whatever reason, I would just jump up to the G85 at that point. I would just jump up because it's $1,000. For $500, you can buy two Lumix G7s for the price of one Lumix G85, which is like the new generation of the G7 basically. I don't know why they didn't just call it the G8. They had to add the 5, I guess. I don't know why. But like this one comes with like a little bit of water, like weather resistance, and it has like, I think it has in-body image stabilization, whereas the G7 has this one has in sensor or in body, or I don't know what it's called, and this one has in lens stabilization. I think that the like somewhat shaky cam is actually kind of, I mean, I go back and forth, but I feel like it can add a little bit of character to the video, I guess, for lack of a better word, character. I am thinking about getting a lens though. It was advertising the lens that I wanted to get right there. It's a 40 to 150 millimeter lens, but that is equivalent, since this is a micro 4/3 sensor. It has a 2x crop, so that is an 80 to 300 millimeter lens equivalent. So that my dad has like a 75 to 300 millimeter lens for his camera, as well as like a 30 to 80 or something like that. And so if I got this lens, I would basically have the same kit as my dad, but with my camera, which I think mine is better than his, honestly. I think mine's better. It can take pictures faster. It has more ISO range. It's a newer camera. It's a higher resolution, I think. Also, does this one have image stabilization? Image stabilization, no. So I probably won't get this one specifically. Although if I'm not going to be like hand-holding video with that one particularly, probably. No, I will. Let's be honest, I will. But 99 bucks, it's hard to beat that. Oh, yeah, oh my god. Yeah, like I'm gonna trust AOL, America Online. Freaking, you should have died like 10 years. My grandpa still, my grandparents still have an AOL account. I realized, I found out a little while ago, you have to pay for an AOL account and then you still get served ads. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I cringe just thinking about it. You have to pay for email every month and you get served ads, and it's a terrible interface. If you know anybody who uses AOL, an @AOL.com email address, just punch them in their face. that was just a good, like, me not knowing what a word is moment. We were watching Primitive Technologies, as the tweet says, and he was like making some like clay structure or something, as he does, because he's a freaking boss. Seriously, go watch Primitive Technologies. I might put a link in the description just because he's amazing. Go over there, watch his videos. I don't know where I was going to go with that sentence. Moving on to the next one. He was like making a mold for something, and I was like, he's just going to use the husk of a tree, otherly known as bark. And like nobody called me on it when I said the husk of a tree. They're like, oh yeah, it sounds reasonable. And I said, otherwise known as bark. And they're like, wait, did you say husk of a tree? No. I'm actually I think that was a sick prank. Google. Oh my god, Google definitely knows what demographic I am. When do you plan to retire from your full-time career? I wish I could retire in 5 years. I wish I was making that much money. I clicked more than 5 years from now. And because I mean, I think like 40 years is more than 5 or 40 or so. I don't know how old are you supposed to be when you retire? I don't even know. So I was like, I think that's more than 5. And it was like, okay, you're done. We don't want you for the survey. This seriously is super annoying to me. Do I have an SD card around here to show you? Oh, I have one in here, I think. You're not going to be able to see that because I can't change the focus and it's going to be totally blown out. So I didn't even need to grab an SD card to show you this at all, because there's no point in it for like any reason. But this is a 64 gigabyte SanDisk Extreme. It's a U3. It's a Class 10 UFS 3 micro SD card, which means it has a certain read and write speed requirement to be able to get into that category. And then flash drives, there's like 2.0 and 3.0. Once again, I'm using visual aids that I'm sure you can't see because they're completely blown out. This 3.0 barely outperforms this 2.0, but this 3.0, which again is completely blown out, so it looks exactly like the other two, I think, probably. I can't really tell in the viewfinder. This 3.0 is like 3 or 4 times faster than this one. Do you know which one is the most expensive one in here? This one, the slow one, the one that's barely better than 2.0. This one is like $18. This one was like $22. This one I don't even know, because I'm pretty sure I got this one for free. Somebody just gave it to me because they're like, who would use a 2.0? Yeah, it's a 2 gigabyte USB 2 flash drive. Also, if you have a flash drive, a USB flash drive, like a USB 2.0 flash drive, I would consider the maximum size for a 2.0 flash drive to be about 16 gigabytes, because that's the max you can get, like, transfer in a reasonable amount of time. Anything more than that, like 32, 64, 128, whatever, I think that they make a 64 gig USB 2. I think they make 128 gig USB 2. I would never get them, because the amount of time you're going to put into transferring the files onto there, just get a 3. Just get like a good 3. A decent 3. This one right here, this one's 64. This one, I don't know why I keep switching them. I could have just told you that the other one was 128. This one's 128, the other one's 64. Because you can't see it, you can't read it anyway, so I don't know why I'm swapping. That's reasonable, because you can get, like, actually transfer that amount of data onto it in, like, not a million years. How long is this video already? How long is it? How long have I been recording? 30 minutes! Oh my god! Really? My god, it's 9:30. Holy cow. Time really does fly when you're telling people about your tweets and then telling you people stories about those tweets. Should I do this more often? Do you like this kind of like off the cuff talking about whatever? Like just scrolling through my Twitter? Maybe I'll do other things that aren't just scrolling through my Twitter next time, if I ever don't record for a day. I thought this was just really clever. I thought that this was funny, because my watch, it measures your steps just by like how many vibrations you do. And so if you like make a lot of, I need to stop recording, but I keep seeing things that make me want to say stuff. But like, so I'm sure you've seen the memes where it's like, I can't even think of a good one. How do I explain this while still being PG? That's a good question. I think the answer is you don't. I think you could figure it out. I think you could figure it out, because I mean, your parents aren't home and you have a lot of steps because, you know, vibrations and, you know, and stuff. Oh, that's like this other tweet that I retweeted recently. 3 years ago, I DM'd this girl here. 3 years later, I don't know why you had to be redundant and say 3 for both of them. You could have just said now. We have each other blocked, and this is a random picture I found on Google. I was going for that kind of joke before that joke even existed. Before I had ever heard of that joke. So I thought that was funny. Anyway, I need to stop recording now, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to post a comment down below. I'm using my regular outro, even though this is going to be a vlog, and I normally just completely end my vlogs just completely on a cliffhanger with no outro whatsoever, or end screen, end card. Sometimes I play the music a little bit, but other times I don't. Sometimes I thank people for watching, but just because I completely randomly stopped the vlog because I'm literally just rambling right now. I need to stop recording.